what you see, what we've got there is, so in this situation, the professor does a lot of things. One of the things she does is she likes to use her PowerPoint presentations. But instead of annotating, does everyone know what annotating is? Right? So it's kind of an ancient word. I don't know what people call it now. But instead of annotating over her slides, she likes to draw. And she actually, if you look at some of the stuff she draws, for instance, this is breast cancer. So obviously this is a breast. She's explaining about the globules and what's going on there, how she's doing it. She explains why cancer, frankly, is so bad. Explains to you in layman's terms. And she'll do this and she'll draw that out real time, and that's what we do with that. So that camera is right here. So if you look here, okay, it's literally, right. So, look at that. There you go.
Jim, we also use those cameras during commencement. We'll mount that camera up in the back of the stage or in a tree to get the shots that we.
Pretty good, huh?
Put
It's a decent shot.
Right.
Oh, play it. I mean, you can screw on with the focus and running it around. So, and then someone's on this camera. So,
So turn the camera with the joystick.
Well,
So with this,
run
run this, usually a little tighter.
because it was
So
right up, you can see the whole studio.
Yeah. So that's, this is locked off right now. You can move it up and down, so you can move it up and down. So you can move it, okay? So what we try to do is, again, try not to put them in the center of the frame, right? So everybody understands, I mean, guys that are cameramen already know this stuff. But what we try to do, obviously, is try to break this stuff up in thirds. So, now, with all of this going, so who wants to go into control room? Why don't you guys see your positions? You guys stay on what you're doing. Okay? Yeah, come on, be in the control room.
Yeah, if you go in the control room, you'll see the shot.
Oh, he's been good.
In the control room. Okay, this is the overhead camera that they have decided to fly around with somewhere. Okay? And then the third shot is actually the computer, which is not on. Okay? But, so the shot itself is there. So, and what we do is we can swap those shots real time and to create the video that you want. We use two forms of recording systems. If you get, we have more people here? I'm not sure who.
I think that's it for the control room, guys.
Sure.
Everybody wants to be on camera.
All right. So we've got, so these are hard media recorders. So very much like your cards you're putting in your computers. Only difference is these are things. These are fairly large memory cubes in here. So this is basically a non-mechanical based recorder system. Yes, sir.
So save everything that you recorded, right?
Yes. Right. So what I've got these now is I've got the computer sent to one of them. I've got the overhead camera sent to another one, and I've got the main camera sent to another. So those three cameras are there, and then of course this is a record deck. Over there you see XD cam decks. So I also have those two decks on the far end.
Right here.
Those two decks, yes, right there.
Right here.
So we record to those as well. So with this, you can actually record in ProRes, uncompressed. So the guys that do editing and stuff like that would appreciate that. All right, if you're gonna get a 7D, okay, those are pretty nice cameras. So sometimes you gotta be careful how you say that because Nikon makes a 70D and Canon's got a 7D.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So sometimes you're not sure what people are using because they pronounce it, they blur it together. Okay.
I can't, it's too funny. Cause he's just
I like cameras, but that's what cameras make it look funny.
This is the waveforms of what you're seeing. So this is how you set your cameras up. So here's controls for those cameras. See, so that camera's right there, that's camera 3. So if you look here, okay, as I darken the shot and bring it up, at 100%, that's where white needs to be, okay? This, what you're seeing right here, is called the pedestal. So we want the blacks to be black and not to have them fuzzy or blurry. So we want to make sure we set the pedestal up correctly first. So a lot of times what I'll do is I'll just either close the lens down, see what the camera's outputting, and then we adjust the black level of the camera first. People always adjust the white level, but no one really ever adjusts the black level. So sometimes when you get through shooting, you look, and all of a sudden, for some reason, the picture doesn't have the contrast you want, right? It looks nice, but it's just not as contrasty as you need it. And what you find out is you never set the black level first. So we set the black level first, which is what this line is here. And unfortunately, the screen light on this is not working, but we've been doing this so long, we know where the values are against the screen here. And then what we do is, as we bring the levels up, bring the levels up until we have the brightest part of the frame, which is actually probably the reflection on that computer screen somewhere. That should be at 100%, just below 100%. And that's how you get the practical, that's how you get your best exposure. So that's how we do that. So, and now you can obviously overexpose it. And it's not that bad. Right?
So, can I ask you a question?
Sure, of course.
What are these?
That's for this studio. So now that's, what you're looking at is Studio A. Okay, now we go to Studio B.
Oh.
So this is Studio B. What you're looking at there is let's say they call us and one of you guys has to be on TV at 9:30 at night. But we don't want to bring a crew in at 9:30 at night. It's a bit of a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
So what we do is one of us comes in, and now we can actually run the camera and run the switcher and deal with the PL and the IFB, all of that from here. We don't have to go in the studio. And how you do that is just what you were just doing. Come over here and we take this.
You know, like move forward. Can I try?
Sure.
Oh.
Be careful with it.
Yeah, not this one. This does the panning. Okay, and then this controls your focus. So what we do normally is you push in.
Oh, I don't know.
Right? Sure you do. Now focus with that.
Oh, that's dope.
See? And once you focused it, now when you pull back, everything's sharp and nice and, okay? So you could go in there and you could do a
That's dope.
So you guys could do a television hit all by yourself without having to go crazy. That's Studio B. We're gonna go in there in a second. So Phil is the guy that does a lot of the television hits. But what you have is, when you're doing a television hit, you have a couple of things you have to consider, not just filming the person. What you have to also think about is, what does the director want? And the director's not here, because the director is in Atlanta or somewhere else. So what we see in front of you there are two speakers. One's called the PL. PL is what we're hearing. We're hearing the information from the director in Atlanta on. That's one phone line. The IFB is the information that the client is hearing in his ear. Okay, and that's coming from the director or from the producer on the far end as well. So you got a lot of audio, a lot of things happening in real time along with the television.